Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Culture Forum and Austrian Embassy. Today, we are here with you with the second chapter of Anhad, the main series under which number of cultural events are being organized. And this is chapter 2 because last we had two artists meet. I could see one of the Indian artists still with us, Chavi. Hello, Chavi, how are you? And then we have the Austrian artist. And now we are having the chapter second, which is about sculpture or through an artist through an artist how he has perceived the Indo-Austrian relationship, which have been so sound till so far, and we think for the best in future also. The artist is none other than, we all know, our own Mr. Naresh Kapuria, who is a versatile artist. At the same time, he is gallerist, he is curator, you name it, and he's there everywhere where the art is concerned. So thank you very much, Mr. Naresh, for joining us. But before I go further, I'll again have to say that this program would have definitely not been possible without the intervention and without the financial support of one person who himself is a musician, and he is also at the same time an artist, an art lover, and a very senior diplomat who happens to be the Shashti Affairs of the Austrian Embassy, Mr. Matthias Radostich. So may I welcome you on board, Mr. Matthias Radostich, for giving us this opportunity in organizing such an event and also conceiving at the same time the program, how it should be and what it should be about. May I request Mr. Radostich that before I interact with Naresh or our audience interact with Naresh, can we have few words of encouragement from you? Thank you.
Thank you, Munish. And like always, it's a pleasure. And like always, I have to give all the compliment and the credit back to you, because without you, we wouldn't have realized the project. So probably you can say I did the groundwork and you made it happen. So thank you very much. As you know, in times of pandemic, traveling is not possible. Usually the Austrian Cultural Forum would bring Austrian artists to India, which we cannot do for the time being. So we thought, what else could we do? So we are thinking about working on Austrian topics, Austrian Indian topics, together with Indian artists. And one of the fields we chose was sculpture. And we are very happy and honored that Mr. Naresh Kapuria came on board and created something very, very interesting that he will later on present to us. Because indeed, the relations between our countries strong. When India was hit by the second COVID wave now in April, May, the Austrian government didn't hesitate to send supplies for far more than 2 million euros. So that was quite substantive contribution from a small country. So that underlines how important those relations are and how much we value those relations. And of course, you don't only express those relations in terms of humanitarian aid or COVID support, but also in terms of art. So Mr. Kapuria created something that very well, I think, expresses and very well shows the Austrian-Indian friendship with typical Austrian features and typical Indian features, which are not always visible from at first sight, but which go very deep. So it's a very, very interesting piece of art. And I would ask you to please go ahead and Monish, if you take over and start the program. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Adhustesh. Those were very kind words, and we are very happy to know how Austria has contributed in this situation of pandemic to India and how it has come with the relief. Well, through you, I would rather say we can at least, ask our brethren who are in Austria to extend our vote of thanks for this timely help. Now, before I move, I would like to, should I say introduce, because I don't think so Naresh Kapuria needs anybody's introduction at all. He himself is such a versatile and so well known, and I don't think so even a formal invitation is required for him. So what I'll do is I'll request Naresh that he should himself come and say a few words before we start our new program. Our program of Anhad, a new chapter, second, which we are going to unfold. So over to you, Naresh. Naresh, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Naresh,
Can you hear me? Yes.
There is an echo. Naresh, can I request you to take over the floor and say a few words?
Okay. Namaskar. My name is Naresh Kapuria. I'm a small artist. I'm trying to become something in my life. And I'm very thankful to Austrian Embassy. They called me here today. And now I'm watching, a lot of my friends are there. Thank you very much, my friends. You all watching me. And let's start something, question answer together. Then we'll go through. Thank you.
Okay. Well, Naresh, thank you very much. Before, friends, we move further with an interaction with our own Naresh Kapuria, we have made a small, on this particular project, we have made a small snippets gathering. We have gathered, accumulated them together and made us try to make a small, film out of it. So let's watch that, because a full-fledged documentary on Naresh Kapuria, I think so, will be a too short a version, will be such a longer version, sorry, short is the wrong word, longer version that, we will end our session and still the documentary would continue. So let me ask my colleague to kindly start with the snippets which we have gathered together on Naresh Kapuria and his present work, which is known as Rising Together High.
That's the event tomorrow, right?
So tomorrow we are having the event and we are making a, but Mr. Kapuria is really giving the last touches
Okay.
to this.
Yes.
And somewhere down the line, you know, it's also a very symbolic thing which he hasn't told, was that Austria and India have been very friendly for quite some time,
Yeah.
and it will remain so.
They have the same color, you know,
Same music, same thing.
same color. Main thing is the river.
Yes.
River is the same color.
Yes.
Brahmaputra is lightly green. Oh, green.
Yes.
And Austrian,
Danube also the same.
same. Brahmaputra. See,
Yeah,
in our India we have temples.
yeah,
And then you have churches.
yeah. In Austria, we have
Austria, we have
churches.
churches.
Yes,
In the
but the bells are there still.
That's right. And here,
Yes,
and when you see the sound, this is the sound of
yes. Well, that was it. Small documentary which was made uh, on this particular project which Naresh has done. Now I think so we'll move over to Naresh to find out exactly what was going through his mind when he was working on this particular project. Naresh, what was in your mind when you were going for this, doing this project?
Well, last 1 year I'm sitting home and enjoying my life and thinking something very different. And I think togetherness is more important. And I really want to do something very different. Then I start working because from childhood I'm just trying to do climb up, climb up, climb up. Then I thought we can put together, think something and start. Then I called one of my friends in Austria. Why don't you join me? Then after that, he told me, yes, okay, fine. Let's go together, jump on the ladder. So that way, we make it a concept. And we are trying to do something.
But what you said was that you had also taken the idea of COVID-19 and pandemic situation, and at the same time lockdown all together in this one particular concept, in this sculpture and installation. Could you explain that? How would you have really thought of that?
Before I told you, togetherness is very important. And when we together work, and work will go very nicely. Alone you can't work, but sometimes you sit alone and thinking something different. But thinking something different is not important. Togetherness is more important. In my sculpture, I showed together. When I told you, I have a friend in Austria. And when I talk, how are you? He telling me, I'm sitting home. I'm not moving out. Then I told, I'm also sitting home, not moving out. But sometime I'm moving out. So that way, I thought we'll make something together. I go for the peace. I just make one ladder, and two people are walking on the ladder and going for the new hope. If one day will come, we just open this new nation.
So basically what you wanted to say was that, you think that world together can defeat COVID-19?
100%. But don't use this COVID-19 because this is not like a big thing. Now the things are over. Slowly moving on. We have to give the nice hope to people. If we talk all the time, COVID, then it's not good for the whole world. We want to change the scenario. And as the artist, I'm just telling, don't worry, one day will come and we have new door will come, new window will come, and we enter the windows. And that window is for new hope. And we go together and enter the new nation.
That's very thought-provoking, I must say. Congratulations. Of course, you could definitely give that idea through your creation.
This is my idea, because I'm thinking like this. If you're thinking all the time, COVID, and then what happened? We have no hope. Life is very beautiful. We have to
Hope for best. And we have to help people to come out from this kind of bad feelings.
Another thing which I wanted to ask you was, you have those two boats, and one of the boats has the mast, and on that you have shown two river-like things, you see.
That is the two rivers, one from Austria,
You mean the Danube,
Danube, and
Oh.
one from Brahmaputra, from India.
from India, Brahmaputra.
When they meet together,
Yes,
they make colors,
okay,
light blue, grayish. When you become like this, when you put grayish and bluish, then you make it, dark. And I put the, bells. When you go to, Austria, you see a lot of churches.
yes,
In the evening, in the morning, the sound will come and create something very nicely. And same thing, our Hindu temples, gurdwaras, masjids, some here and there, small temple, you can see this nice, vibration. That is great. You saw in my institution.
interesting, of course, must say that. So basically, the whole project and installation moves around being together, and
Yes, actually.
world is a nice place to live in.
Like this,
Yeah.
world is very beautiful.
What is
Interesting. Now, may I ask Mr. Radostej if he has something to ask Naresh? Since he has conceived the idea, probably he has some question to ask Naresh. Mr. Radostej, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm trying to. I'm sorry.
Can't hear you.
I'm struggling with my computer. Yes, thank you, Munish. I just had a call from the MEA coming in at the same time just now, which I had to take, so I couldn't pay attention the last 2 or 3 minutes. Yes, I mean, I think you shortly touched upon it. I mean, you have some in your sculpture, you touch upon some issues that are like common to our two countries. It is the rivers that are a theme, I think, in your sculpture, and also you expressed, as you said, hope. You explained me which is symbolized there, and obviously also the shape of your sculptures, which is the shape of a ship. That has to do with river, that has to do with journey. Maybe you could also elaborate a bit more on this, also on what the river symbol, or what the rivers symbolize for you, what the rivers symbolize for our countries, what the ships symbolize. And maybe you could also elaborate a bit on, you have been to Austria, you told me, several times. So maybe you could also tell us a bit on how your impressions from Austria that you gained during your trips were incorporated into your sculptures. Thanks.
Naresh, would you like to respond to that, please?
Yes,
all the rivers meeting together, and the two cultures are meeting together from Austria and India. When the all rivers meeting together through different kind of stages, from one village to another village, from one way to another way, when they meet together, and they exchange some views also. Means togetherness, always do something great.
That's very well said, I must say. That being together, of course, brings a message. Naresh, and please don't mind about. Could you tell us something about your back?
Yes.
You know, how you started, when you started. I think for just a minute, there is a technical snag, my voice is improved.
Munish, you're muted. Unmute your mic. Then it will work.
I'm clear, sir. You can listen me.
Can Naresh be heard?
Are you listening me, people? Sabi, you listening me?
Sir, you're audible, sir.
My audio is okay?
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, fine.
So what I wanted to ask, what I don't know, I mean, whether I'd like to repeat my question, Naresh, tell us something about your background. How you started, when did you enter the field of art, the world of art, and what exactly prompted you to come into this particular field?
This is very interesting. After the partition, my father, mother came to India and they're staying in the old fort. And I born brought there. When I was 5 years old, I start working with my dad. Like he's a theater man. In the evening, he doing Ramayana theater every month. So I'm joining my dad. And after that, I'm learning a lot of techniques. And side by side, my uncle, Mr. Ved Prakash Agnihotri Sahab, nowadays he's no more, but his museum is here at Sundar Nursery in Abu Dhabi. And I learned bonsai art. I'm very master in bonsai art. And then after that, I become a theater person, like a backdrop of the theater, designing theaters. And slowly I'm learning drawing also. And then I joined Triveni Kala Sangam. Then I joined Triveni Kala Sangam as an administrator also. And slowly, bas, zindagi chalti gayi, running. And I become an artist. And when I'm meeting a lot of artists there, and life become like a very hectic and rolling stone. I have to do so many things in my life, but I've never done anything. Till today, I've never done anything. But I'm enjoying my art, enjoying my thing. But I'm searching all the time. Where can I find out my way? Till today, I never find out any my way. But I try to do something. In 1989, when I got Man of the Year from Mr. Gujral, he told me, now you're a Man of the Year. Please, now sit down and think what you want to do in life. Then I start making my boxes. It will take continue, it will take 2-3 years. Then I got Europe Trinale Award, Biennale, so many awards I got it. I got a first very big jolt from British Council. They came to me and they give me a letter. Thank you very much, Mr. Kapuria. Let's go to London together. And you join the Wimbledon School of Art. Then I joined Wimbledon School of Art and I start learning installation art. Then after that, when I come back, I got so many knighthood. 5 countries gave me knighthoods. And 7 international awards. I'm happy, but I'm not happy that I'm getting awards or something. I'm not satisfied because I want to do something more good. More good. I really wanting my path. Till today, I never got my path. I don't know, but I'm enjoying.
So you think that You still have to learn more,
Yes, you have to learn more.
and you
Without
have,
learning, you can't do anything in life.
and the awards,
Awards come
national.
and go. Award is nothing. Award, this is only. Because when you do work, award will come. Award come and go. People come and go.
But
Good work never come and go. Good work always speak. Honesty always speak. So many people are, telling me, okay, I will do something for you. What can you do for me? Nothing. You have to do yourself. And I learned only one thing. Good work, good hard work, always speak. And you have to do.
And no doubt, of course, your work speaks, and it's a nice work, of course, I must admit.
But I'm sharing you one thing very nicely.
Yes.
I was in Rajpura, uh, 20 years back.
Yeah.
At night, I'm very upset, thinking something, but I can't reach anywhere. Then I thought, what can I do? I'm just trying to walk on the road. This is great experience for me. Very, very great experience for me. I saw black road and beautiful stars. Stars are talking to me, and I'm amazed. I'm just, and I just further, I just go further, and from the road, I got a message. Don't move on me. I'm also very tired. Then I shock. How can road be telling me at night, don't move on me? Then I thought, I'm an artist. Last so many years, I never thought I'm an artist. Then I thought, now I'm entered the art world. Then I start doing something. Then I never see back. And I'm telling everybody, what happened, no problem. Don't worry, who cares? Just do your work will speak one day, and you will get everything. This is my.
Very well said, Naresh. It's very well said. And that is, I would rather say, not only your path, but rather each and every stream. Keep doing it. And I think so it's very close to the karma theory which we follow, that keep doing your karma and then don't care about the result.
No.
And so you never care about
No.
fruits, no awards, nothing.
I told you.
You have the
so
awards.
many awards.
Yeah, and do you really crave for more awards now, or you just,
No. Award will come, no problem. Because I'm not here.
okay.
Because if you work, one day automatically will come.
I see Madam Sarla Chandra's hand up over there. She has a question for you. Could I ask Madam Chandra to kindly come up with that question, please? In the meantime, I would also like to request anybody and everybody.
Ma'am, you're not audible.
Munish, unmute, please.
Hello. Now you can hear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Hello, Naresh ji.
Just a minute. I think so. We can't hear you, Madam Chandra.
Okay. Now, is it okay?
Now it's fine.
Yeah, I have a question from Naresh ji. Naresh ji, good afternoon first, all of you. I want to ask you one thing, that how much time you devote with your artwork these days, especially in your studio. Beside that, your art gallery, which must be closed now, so you must be finding a lot of time these days. So how do you manage?
I'm managing very nicely. Now my gallery is opening very soon, and I'm working in my studio. and people are coming and meet. I'm telling everybody, just enjoy and come and meet. And then now, for next month, I'm starting the gallery again.
Okay, so how much time you devote with your art every day?
Every day in the morning, I get up 5 o'clock. 5 to 9 o'clock, I'm in the studio. And then
Okay.
then after that, I just go to my office and come back in the evening. I work my art.
That's really
piece.
nice, because art is a thing that you think all the time in your mind,
Yes.
and you get inspired and you start working immediately.
You know
So-
me, you know me when I am doing my exhibitions also. I'm taking my paint from my heart. I'm putting my painting in my hand. That is also your learning point.
Okay. And what is the collaboration? What is the with Austrian embassy you have? You know, like similar in the exchanging art.
Yes, I do.
Virtually, you are exchanging also
Yes, I'm exchanging also.
virtual
I
virtual
do
shows.
I do the 2-3 shows of Austrian people also in my gallery.
Virtual shows these days. You must be doing it.
No, before that also.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Madam Sarla, can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, I can.
As a matter of fact, our journey with Naresh together means our Austrian embassy and Naresh dates back to 1990, 1991,
Okay.
when he took his collection of paintings and he titled it Train to Austria. And there he was given a chance in one of the most prestigious art galleries, where, of course, he had exhibited his art. And the music critics, the art critics were so enthralled by his work that they really wrote in the columns that if at all you would like to, if you're busy throughout the week, but still if you can take out some time on a Saturday or Sunday, then go to this gallery and watch this particular exhibition. So there, of course, our association with Naresh started. And
Congratulations.
after that we had, number of other projects which we did together. And as a matter of fact, I must tell you that this particular project also was completed within a span of 2 weeks to, means 15 days to 20 days. So that is the speed of Naresh's work at this age. I dare not ask his age, but he's young at heart always. I find there is another hand of Mr. Rajkumar. Could I ask Mr. Rajkumar?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Yes. Am I on? Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Naresh ji, it's a pleasure to hear from you because your friends, they always complain that Naresh ji is not very expressive. And from my meeting, I also can add something to this meeting, some anecdotes that once I asked Naresh ji that don't you have any resentment that you deserve more awards, more recognition? And he said, no, I don't work for any awards. Like today, he cleared all this thing. And second thing he said, that's I'm a fakir. So I don't have any want in this materialistic world. And I heard something from his friends, some of his friends, that he's a man in his heyday, he used to carry money in his pocket, and no purse, nothing. So in true sense, he is one artist, one inspiration for the next gen artist. I call myself the next generation artist, those who look up to Sir, that what kind of life we should lead, what kind of motto we should keep in our mind. And from that point of view, I just want to add that Naresh ji, the kind of inspiration you provide to the next generation, that is awesome. I don't care whether you are getting Padam Vibhushan or what, but a lots of students, artists, fellow artists, they have a special place in their heart about you. And regarding the art, so you are talking about how Austria is saying about this Indian artist art, etc. So art is universal, and you have proven that. I can remember the very first time I went to India Habitat Center and I watched this sculpture, this bell, and I was so astonished to see this thing. My God, what kind of sculpture someone has made, and I didn't know your name that time. But your work, that compelled me to know about you. And I searched very hard. And someone told me, you don't know Naresh Kapuria? He is a very friendly person. You go and meet him. And I got the opportunity to talk to you. And I must say, every artist, whether you are small or big or medium, you need to have a great heart like Mr. Naresh Kapuria. And that is what I can keep in my heart. And I just want to be like you when I grow up. That is what I can say.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
It's very well said, Mr. Rajkumar. I mean, following up the footsteps with Naresh Kapuria is not so easy. Yes, he is a vagabond, if I may say, in a true sense. He is, as a matter of fact, one of our common friends. Unfortunately, she's no more. Alka Raghuvanshi. We used to never call Naresh and by his name. We always used to exchange our views, and we used to say, how is the Jogi? How is the Ramta Jogi? So this man is definitely beyond, you know, he is, I would rather say, past the boundaries of humanity, and he is really into some trance. With that, I have Mr. Kazi, I can see on the screen, and he's eagerly waiting for his turn, because I find two hands up, not even one. So Kazi's up.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You inviting me. Thank you very much.
You had started our first chapter last week.
Yeah.
So I would rather ask you to kindly ask your question with the question to Mr. Naresh Kapuria. Thank you.
Okay, fine. I don't want to ask a question. I want to say something about Mr. Kapuria. Can I say something?
Yeah. Yes, please. Definitely. Yes.
I find him, I'm meeting for the last 10, 12 years to him, seen his gallery and discussion about art and talking about a lot of things. I find one thing is very important. He's a great observer. Whatever he's seen, he observed that thing, but that element he include in his painting, in his artwork. I can say he's a scientist because he understands what is scientific things is happening around the world, and he's an interior designer. He understands the all dimension. You can say the perspective, the aspect of all types of elevation. He's a painter. He's a sculptor. You can say he has so many things, and combinedly he's becoming. You can say he's an artist.
No, I'm master of none.
he's everything. You can say, like whenever you talk to him, he's such a great observer. He is, oh, why you are wearing this kurta? Why this button? Well, it's a very minutely observe the object in front of him. That is his quality. And I've seen his this artwork, which is installed in the Austrian embassy. It's very interesting, very simple also. No complications, simple, made in metal, and simple two-figure climbing on the stairs and going in the a special kind of window going maybe out of this world, making new world, going into new world. Is it conceptual artwork? The artwork is very simple. Anybody, any layman can understand. It's not required for philosophy to understand that thing. So anybody can, you can talk to anyone. Whatever is it, a rickshaw driver, truck driver, intellectual, professor, doctor, he can easily understand what is happening in his artwork. But behind that artwork, what is the theory, what is the philosophy? You can ask Mr. Kapuria. So I find him very great person as an artist. He's a complete artist. If you say I'm a sculptor, no, he's a painter also. He's a photographer also. He's an anchor also. He's a combination of lot of things. He's become Naresh Kapuria. So this is so I can't ask question. I can ask question on the particular artwork, not from the Mr. Kapuria. Why you started, when you started? I think it started from by his birth, because these types of artists can't anybody. They can't. You can say somebody can teach them, or somebody can. He has to require some diploma or degree for that to make the artwork. Basically, he's born artist. You can the real artist. So that is my comment about Mr. Kapuria. Mr. Murilwal, thank you very much for inviting me.
Hello, sir. Firstly, I would like to congratulate Naresh sir for such amazing work. Just a small comment, when we were talking about his sculptures on rising together, the two countries or the world together fighting the pandemic, and how bells across cultures have different connotations, whether in India, the primary, the majority of the people following Hinduism, or whether people are following Christianity in Austria. But one more thing very striking about the work, as sir was speaking of rivers, I was just thinking about, world over, we are witnessing issues of climate change. And I was just glimpsing some time back in Central Europe, in certain districts of Austria, and even in India, we are facing water shortages, we are facing more frequent droughts, and rivers have been areas where lives thrive. So depicting the water resource and conserving the water resource together will also take this world a long way to advancement and development. So be it our health, be it our culture, or be it related to water, which could possibly lead to many world conflicts. So to ensure peace, we need to restore these resources together. And that is a striking thought, that was just recurring in my mind when sir was explaining about his sculpture, the totem pole, where the two rivers from India and Austria are depicted. So I think the two nations must come together and do something regarding water conservation, and see how climate change can be combated to save the precious water resource and natural resources.
Yes, ma'am, we tell your best.
Well,
Message
thank you very
and
much. But
congratulations.
Ravi, I just need to say that, things are already working on that particular end. So I would rather say it must have been the insight of Naresh, which he has projected it in his, you see, the exhibit.
Yeah,
So thanks a lot for your observation. And now, I come back to Naresh ji again. And Naresh ji, total मिला के how many years now we can say आपको art field में हो गए हैं?
Now in April I'm becoming 70.
और मतलब आप art world में
5 years से शुरू किया था मैंने. Last 5 years I started. I continued in the art world. First is dance world. I work with the Shobana Ranji, Saraloji, so many more Gandhi Mahara also. And I work with more than children also. Like Alkali Haq, Rasuziri Shah, Raj Babbar, these are people, they are my friends. We work together in theater also. And the art world, from Hussain, Gujral, 20 people.
Would you like to tell some experience working with Gujral Saab
I'm learning. This is my experience. I'm learning from everybody.
Any special moment would you like to share with us?
No, they all taught me a lot of things. I'm missing Gujral Sahab because he's my teacher, like my father. And I will tell you one thing. I miss this is very big pain for me. When he died, on the cremation ground, only 20 people are there. Only family. Nobody can enter. Such a bad thing happened in life. And they told, you can't meet people, you can't do anything. Great soul gone. Very big soul gone. And only 20 people there.
Yeah, but those were the restrictions which were laid down by the Delhi and government of India.
Not just go about the stupid thing.
Well, whatever you call it, but I mean, the restrictions were still restrictions. And I can, feel the pain which you must have undergone and you're still undergoing. I'm coming back to Mr. Matthias Radostich. Sir, would you like to ask something from Naresh? I find you sitting there with celestial smile and waiting for your turn, I suppose.
No. But we have Mr. Prabhav who wrote in the chat that he would like to ask something and couldn't raise his hand. So maybe Mr. Prabhav could ask his question, please, first.
Prabhav.
Mr. Prabhav? Are you there, Mr. Prabhav?
Hello everyone. Hello Naresh. So my question is that how has COVID affected your ideas about nature and the way you think and your art style? I mean, is there any change because of this pandemic or any specific thing you just want to express from your art? Any new thing?
I don't think so.
Because I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Mr. Radostich? Mr. Murli? Yeah, you wanted to ask something from Naresh?
Namaste, sir. This is Trigulla Murli. It's been some time. I just want to make a adding to what other people were telling. It is about Kapuria, sir. Way back 6 years, I came to Delhi very first time, looking for exhibiting my work and all that. And then I found him, and he saw my work. And then while going back, he said that you came from long distance. Don't carry all these work. You keep it in my gallery. That's a kind nature. He never told, he just gives instructions to one of his assistants. And then he said, it seems that, he is from, long, Hyderabad, he's coming from. Keep his works here. We'll try to sell those works. See, this shows that, this may be, a small incident for all those who are hearing. But a person like me who is coming all the way, 1600 kilometers to there, carrying all the artworks there and then bringing them back is a big task. So he gone through all these things. That's what I understood, that he gone through all these things, ups and downs as an artist. So he knows that what is the trouble of a art, upgrowing artist, and his kindness. I actually wanted to add to what the other people were telling, so I could not resist myself. About the art, as I have seen that every time I go to Habitat Center, I just keep thinking that how sir got this idea that it is a installation forever, an interactive installation. Everybody goes there and touches it, and forever it is going to be like that. Thank you very much for the kind of humanity which you showed to must be hundreds of artists gone through your gallery. You're supporting them at the same time with your art. You are inspiring them. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
question. Now,
Okay. Samba, you have a question for Mr. Naresh?
Can I ask a question from Mr. Mathai? How come he was interested in art? I missed in the earlier part of his introduction. I missed your introduction in the earlier part. How come you are interested in Indian art?
Okay. Well, I mean, obviously, in a previous life, before becoming a civil servant and working for the Austrian government, I studied music, Western classical music. I studied the clarinet in Vienna at the Conservatoire. And so my interest is obviously mainly in music, because I'm a musician myself. And then I came, even though I became a boring civil servant, I still, the love for art, the love for music obviously remain, because that's something, you're earning your living with one thing, but your love for something else obviously remains. And that has been the case for me. And it's always, of course, when you go abroad, when you live abroad, you do this because it's not so much for the money, it's because you're interested in other cultures, obviously, and you want to see and meet something that's different, that's new, that you don't know, and that you want to discover, because I spent also 10 years in Africa. So every culture has got something to offer that's unique, interesting, different, which we don't know where we come from and which we would like to discover. So it's, I think, a natural, it's first of all, having been involved in art myself at some stage, and then also being curious, that's my interest. And I have a very good teacher in Munich, because he is extremely knowledgeable about Indian art, and he explains a lot. So that fosters the interest. And then, of course, also by chance, I have taken over this post as director of the Cultural Forum, because Vienna didn't send anyone else. So it's a mixture of being an artist, or being involved in art myself, in interest, and in chance. That's what I would say.
Okay, that's good. Thank you.
Anybody else? Anybody else has something to ask before we slowly come down to close the session? Naresh ji, would you like to say something?
hello.
So thank you very much. Be happy and enjoy your life, and all the best for your life. Thank you, sir.
That's the message you've given to the
whole world.
To the whole world.
Yes. Not you, not only you, the whole world. Be happy.
Perhaps we'll approach you for the mantra to be happy.
Yes.
We'll do that. Okay, with that, I would rather say we conclude the session. And may I request Mr. Radostich to kindly give his closing remarks. And thereafter, I will ask Mr. Naresh Kapuria to end the session also. Mr. Radostich? Mr. Radostich, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so
It's
I
working.
request you to kindly give your closing remarks. Thereafter, we will ask Mr. Kapuria to give his.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. I think no, I'm extremely grateful to Mr. Kapuria for having come on board and for having done this, because I have to say, as I said, I mean, by force, we were we cannot bring Austrian artists to India, and we work with Indian artists in Austria. And for me, being an Austrian and still discovering India, even though I've been here for 3 years, it's actually, this is a very, very interesting and enlightening situation that we are in from that point of view, because for me, I discover a lot, and it's and very interesting things. And this project is one of those. Plus, I think that very few, I mean, we do have cultural fora or cultural institutes from other European countries here in Delhi and around India a bit. But I think the things we do of this mix and working a lot with Indian artists and is a bit a unique feature as well. So, as I said, wonderful experience for me, very enlightening. I learn a lot. I keep learning every day. And it only remains to thank you for having done this, and thank you for having been at our disposal. And I hope that our paths will cross again in the near future. My successor will arrive, so we'll have a new director coming in October, and he has some great work and great people he can pick up from. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Radostich, and thanks once again for your support and your help in unveiling the chapter 2 of this Anhat project, which will continue, I would rather say, with many more chapters joining it. Naresh, would you like to say something?
No, I already said thank you very much.
Okay. That's it?
That's all. All the best for everybody.
See you
next month in my gallery. Thank you.
Well, with that, thank you very much, everybody. And actually, a couple of thanks, which we would like to extend to our supporters. One is the Foreign Ministry. Second is the team from the Austrian Culture Forum. Third is the team from the Austrian Embassy. And of course, Naresh Kapuria ji, Mr. Matthias Radostich. And above all, I should not forget, thanks to all of you for joining us and making this particular program a big success. Thank you very much indeed. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me.